The Lighthouse story that changed my thinking. Have you ever noticed something strange? Sometimes, the more you try to figure your life out, the more confused you actually feel. It's like tightening your grip on something, only to watch it slip through your fingers faster. And nobody actually tells you this part, that you can be doing everything right and still feel completely lost. So the question becomes, what if the problem isn't that you are lost, but that you are looking in the wrong way? A few months ago, I was sitting by the roadside late in the evening. It was one of those quiet nights, not completely silent, but peaceful enough to hear your own thoughts arguing with you. There was a small food stand nearby. You know, the kind where the seller already looks tired of life by 7 p.m. I had bought something simple, but I wasn't really eating. I was just thinking. You know, that dangerous kind of thinking where you start solving your entire life in one sitting. And then I heard the guys talking behind me. One of them said, "Bro, I swear, I've tried everything. I even made a timetable for my life." The other one laughed and said, "So your life didn't follow your timetable? That's disrespectful." I laughed quietly to myself because honestly, I had done the same thing. Plans, goals, timelines. At one point, my life looked like a school schedule. 6 a.m. wake up, 7 a.m. be successful, 8 a.m. fix everything. Life looked at that plan and said, "Let's do something else." And then something unexpected happened. An old man walked past us slowly, stopped for a moment, and said something that didn't even feel like it was meant for us. He said, "A ship doesn't get lost because of the ocean. It gets lost when you forget where the light is." Then he just kept walking. No explanation, no follow-up, just confusion and goosebumps. Here's the truth most people don't realize. You are not struggling because life is too complicated. You are struggling because you are trying to control everything instead of understanding what actually guides you. Most people chase clarity when what they really need is direction. And you are not alone in this, friend. There's an ancient proverb that says, "No matter how long the night, the day will break." But here's what we miss. The night isn't the problem. It's what we believe about the darkness. Even ancient thinkers understood this. They didn't try to control life. They tried to understand their place within it. And if we are honest, a lot of us are not really lost. We are just afraid that we are. We are afraid we are behind. Afraid we missed something. Afraid everyone else understands life except us. Meanwhile, everyone else is also quietly confused, just hiding it better. Listen to this biblical story. There's a moment in the life of David. Before he became king, before the victories, before the recognition, he was just a shepherd. No spotlight, no applause, no clear future. And yet, that was the season that prepared him the most. Because sometimes, God doesn't give you the full map. He gives you enough light for the next step. Like a lamp, not a stadium, floodlight. And that changes everything. So, dear friend, what is the real problem? It's not confusion. It's not lack of direction. It's this. We believe we must see the entire path before we take the first step. We've been taught that clarity comes first, then movement. But life doesn't work like that. Movement creates clarity, not the other way round. So, what is the solution to this? Dear friend, listen. So what do you actually do? You shift one simple thing, and that is stop trying to control the whole journey and focus on the next right step. Not the next 5 years, not the full life plan, just the next step. Ask yourself, what feels true right now? What feels aligned, even if it's small? And move there. Because direction isn't found in overthinking. It is found in motion. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need perfect clarity to move. You just need enough light to not stand still. Think about a lighthouse, dear friend. It doesn't chase ships. It doesn't scream instructions. It doesn't control the ocean. It simply stands still and shines. And somehow, that's enough to guide people through the darkest waters. Maybe your life isn't asking you to figure everything out. Maybe it's asking you to become steady and trust the light you already have. So if you've been feeling lost lately, maybe you are not lost. Maybe you are just in a moment where life is asking you to trust without having all the answers. And I know that is uncomfortable. Trusting without proof feels like sending a message and seeing only one tick. But that space, that uncertainty, that is where growth quietly happens. So maybe life was never asking you to have everything figured out. Maybe it was just asking you to keep moving, even when the path isn't fully clear. Because the truth is, you don't need to see the entire ocean. You just need to keep your eyes on the light. And maybe, just maybe, you've had that light within you the whole time. Dear friend, what moment in your life quietly changed your perspective? Or when was a time you realized you didn't need all the answers to move forward? Let's talk about it in a comment. Share your experience so that someone reading it will be awakened. Thanks so much. I am ThePZipporah.